I think we're ready. Welcome, everyone. So in today's sequence, we will focus on supporting the lymphatic system, supporting the immunity. I think we're on the last leg of winter. The spring is right around the corner. So time of transition. It's always a good idea to support the immune system, but in times of transition, like nature transitions, it's even more important. So that's what we're doing today. And we're starting lying down either in Makarasana on your belly with the forearms stacked and forehead on your stacked forearms, or if that's uncomfortable for you for whatever reason, does not matter. Lie down in Shavasana, please. Flat on your back. And relax. Make yourself comfortable. Close your eyes. Gently scan your body all over. See if there's any area that needs a little bit of attention, as in there is some kind of a knot there, or you feel something stuck, tight, gripped. If you find something, release on the exhalation, and just there's really not much effort to it. Just effortlessly travel throughout the body. See if you can find, you're not specifically like searching for those areas. But if they're evident, you might want to just relax on the exhalation. Now, when you feel that you're ready, start deepening your breath. Start with the inhalation. Deepen and slow down your inhalation, and then match your exhalation. Again, don't try too hard. One of our main rules as we practice our asana is effortless effort. And for your next few breaths, anywhere from 3 to 5 breaths, engage your abdominals on the exhalation lightly. Just starting to warm up and stir up this area, the lower torso, pelvis, pelvic floor, this container of energy. Good. And then slowly, carefully, mindfully, if you're on your belly, push back into child's pose with knees apart and arms stretched over the head. And if you're in Shavasana, hug the knees into the chest for the wind relieving pose. And relax. Now, wherever you are, child's on your back, relax. Feel yourself grounded, connected, and allow yourself to breathe freely. Relax the face, relax the forehead, the eyebrows. Now, if you're in child's pose, on the inhalation, come up to tabletop, all fours. If you're on your back, roll over to one side and then push yourself up to hands and knees. All right, some checkpoints here. Watch your alignment, wrists, shoulders, knees, hips, abdominals in. The spine is neutral. Don't hang the head here. Keep the neck in line with the rest of the spine. Now bring your awareness in between the shoulder blades and spread them out a little bit. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, just do it mentally. Just bring your awareness to your shoulder blades and think, just the thought, spreading the shoulder blades apart. Okay? All right, let's do a few rounds of cat-cow. So we'll do it dynamically first and then statically. When you're ready, inhaling, arching the back. Exhaling, tuck the tailbone in, tuck the chin in, round the back. Just a couple more times. Just keep moving here in any way that feels good. Any kind of free movement here is good. Maybe a few hip rolls. Just moving in the way that your body needs right now. No right or wrong here, just move. And breathe. Okay, now let's come to our neutral tabletop again. Engage the abdominals. Inhale here, neutral spine. And then on the exhalation, shift your hips to the left. Squeeze the right side and hold. Next inhalation, center. Release the right side. And on the exhalations, shift the hips to the left. Squeeze the left side. 2 breaths. Next inhalation, back to center. Relax the spine, relax the lower back, relax the abdominals. And then on the inhalation, arch the back, lift the chin, and we're holding here 2 breaths. Breathe deeply. Move the shoulders away from the ears. On your next exhalation, transition to cat spine and staying here. Engage the root lock, perineum floor. And on the inhalation, come to neutral spine. All right. Come down on your back, please, for bridge. So lie down on your back, knees bent, feet and knees about hip distance apart, and bring your heels closer to the buttocks. Your arms are down next to your sides. Now firmly press the feet into the ground. The head is neutral. So keep the chin neutral. Don't turn the head to either side, and also nothing under your head. Okay? Now, whenever you're ready, on the inhalation, start rolling the arms over the head, all the way back to the floor, lifting the pelvis at the same time. And on the exhalation, lowering everything down. Please focus on timing the movement with the breath. I find that it usually takes a couple of repetitions until I find my rhythm where everything starts to work together. So maybe first couple of times is your trial, and then you catch your rhythm and continue going just a few times with the breath. Two more times. Okay, and then rest. Bring the back down to the floor. Relax your arms. You can relax your arms to your sides. You can gently place one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart, just for this nice loving connection with yourself. Good. And now we're coming back to all fours. Okay. Take your right hand to the center. So it's just about underneath your face and a little bit forward. And let's do the upper body thread the needle move here. So inhale, open to the left, lift the left arm. Exhale, thread it underneath the right. Place the shoulder and the side of the head down, or as close as you can get. And repeat. And next time, stay down. Breathe. And on the inhalation, come back to center, to tabletop. And let's go to the other side. So left hand closer to the center, a little bit forward. And inhale, open the chest to the right. Exhale, thread the right arm, place the side of the head and the shoulder down, or as close as you can. And continue. And then stay here. Shoulder side of the head down, just feeling a really good stretch in the back of the right shoulder. You might even be here, you know. That also works. Just as close as you can get. Remember, it's the effort that counts. It does not matter what it looks like, what anybody else looks like in the pose. Okay, next inhalation, come back to tabletop. Okay. All right, adjust as needed. Now we're going to be challenging the balance a little bit and working on the front and the back of the body here. Okay, let's step the knees a little bit closer together, actually, for this one. Engage the abs. And on the inhalation, lift the left leg and the right arm. So notice what happens in the center of the body. So if you find that your belly is sagging down to the floor, lift. Reach out, elongate, abdominals in. And then with the exhalation, connect the knee and the elbow underneath you. Inhale, re-extend. 4 more times, please, like that. One more time. And then extend, make yourself really long, lift the belly away from the floor, and lower the hand and the knee down. Immediately going to the other side. On the inhalation, lifting the left arm and the right leg parallel to the floor. Lift the belly, the lower ribs up. Elongate, reach, reach, reach. This is for spinal stabilization before we start moving. Stabilize yourself, and then on the exhalation, elbow to knee underneath you 5 times. Alternatively, you can move just the leg. I neglected to mention that on the first side. So if both arm and leg is too much, you can just do the leg. Okay, and after 5 repetitions, extend for a moment, stabilize, and then lower. Okay, good. And now you have a choice. You can either stretch it out in downward dog or child's pose. Find your breath wherever you are. Deep, slow breaths. Okay, good. And now bring the knees down if you're in downward dog, or push yourself up from child's pose and come sit in Vajrasana, the thunderbolt position, sitting on your heels. You can grab a block, place it in between the legs, or maybe even 2. Or if it still doesn't work for you, come sit cross-legged in Sukhasana. That's perfectly okay. Okay. All right. Now, engage the abdominals. So pull in the belly just a little bit. And very slightly tighten up the perineum floor and hold this as we move the upper body. Okay. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, right hand down and a side bend to the right. Bow out the left side ribs. You can use your left arm to facilitate the stretch on the left side. You can also lift the head and look at your fingertips. All those are choices. What is not a choice is keeping the left side down. So if you find that you're leaning, all the way that your left sit bone is off the heel or off the ground, then press it down. Okay, next inhalation, come up, reach, look up, and exhale. Left hand down and side stretch on the right, same thing here. You can look down, you can look straight ahead of you or maybe at the fingertips. And breathing into the stretch on the right side. Good. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale, roll the arms down. Okay, let's come sit cross-legged. If you're not already there, come sit cross-legged. We'll do a few rounds of torso rolls. So, spine extended. Now turn a little bit so you're facing your left knee, and then inhale, arch the back, lean over your left knee, inhale, inhale, inhale across the front, and then exhale round the back. So move like this 3 times in each direction with the breath. And changing the direction now. Okay, good. Come to center and step into plank, please. So, and the choices are here is a regular plank, rest underneath the shoulders, or you can bring the knees down, but just be very aware that plank on the knees is this, not this. Okay, so your hips are forward of the knees and the shoulders are right over the wrists. Okay, let's just stabilize here. Strong arms, strong legs, abdominals in. Spread the shoulder blades apart. Good. And your next exhalation takes you to downward facing dog. Good. And now we're coming into the standing forward fold. So if you can, lift the head, look in between the hands, bend the knees, and then walk yourself forward. Or if you need to bring the knees down first, please do so. And exhaling over the legs, bending the knees as needed. Okay, hang your head here. Relax your shoulders, relax your arms, hang the head. And now shake your head yes and no a few times. Okay. All right, that's good. Prepare for coming up. Bend the knees, and then on the inhalation, unroll yourself all the way up. Come to standing. So let's take just a comfortable and stable stance. So feel that, feel yourself stable on the ground. Firmly connected. Strong legs, strong body. Okay, so let's stimulate the lymphatic system a little bit. And I suggest starting from the feet. We're just gonna slap ourselves. Just so fold forward and slap yourself wherever, everywhere you can reach, like this. It feels especially good on the bare skin, doesn't it? And don't forget the chest, the neck, the face. And get into the scalp with the fingertips, just tapping all over the scalp. Okay, and then tug on your ears a little bit. Okay, okay. If you're not finished, just finish it. No rush. And then take a moment or two watching, noticing. So notice how you feel. Notice how this feels after this exercise. Breathe. Do you feel invigorated? I do. All right. Take your feet apart, about shoulder, or maybe even a little bit wider distance apart. Bend your knees. And put the weight of your upper body into your arms, so your hands are above the knees, and let your shoulders come to the ears. Your arms are straight. So you can, you're not using your back or abdominal muscles to hold yourself upright. And let's start maybe about 3 rounds of the abdominal squeeze, just the belly. So on the exhalation, pull the belly towards the spine. On the inhalation, release. Again. Good. You can continue with the abdominal squeeze, or you can go into Agnisara, stoking the abdominal fire. So starting with pressing the feet into the ground on the exhalation, that will engage the inner thighs. Then lifting the perineum floor, squeezing the anal sphincter, lower abs, upper abs, and then releasing in reverse. Let's do a few rounds of that. And if you wish, you can let your pelvis move here. So like on the inhalation, stick out the butt. And on the exhalation, round it in like a pelvic tilt. Good. And finish. Come up. Maybe shake it off. All right. You might, if you have a block nearby, you might want to use it, or you might not. So let me show you what it's for. Something like that. So feet hip distance apart, and then you will fold forward and soften the knees as much as you need to. So from this position, we will be doing the torso twists. So this is what you might want to use the block for, to support your lower hand. So like inhaling, bending one knee, twisting to one side, then exhale back to center, and then exhale, twist to the other side, exhale back to center. Or actually, the breath does not really matter here. You can find your own breath, like inhaling, twisting, exhaling, coming down, or the other way around. Just continue working like that, but do bend the knee. So we don't tax the knee joint too much here. Move slowly with control with the breath. And finish. Make sure you did the same number of twists to each side. So if you started on the right with me, then finish on the left and then come up. Okay, let's come down to the mat, tabletop. So this is what I am suggesting to you, and you choose what you want to do. You can stay right here in on all fours, and then bring the right knee up, open the hips, and then you will take it forward for low lunge, or you can come to your low lunge from downward facing dog. So on the inhalation, bring the right leg up behind you, and then bend the knee, open the hips to the right. If you're trying to stack your right hip over the left, and then on the inhalation, take that right foot forward to your right hand. And here you have a choice. You can stay in runner's lunge, like this, with the left knee up, or you can bring the left knee down for low lunge. What we do want is to have extension in the spine, strong abdominals, chest open, neck free. And of course, supporting your hands on the blocks here on both sides of the front foot helps. Okay, let's come up. Okay, inhale, bring the arms up. And then exhale, release that left hand down, right arm over the head, and a side bend to your left. Again, if you have a block, you can support your left hand on the block. Good. Inhale, come up. Bring the fingertips down, and then on the exhalation, straighten that right knee. And either stay right here, feel free to stay right here, so flip your right foot up, or you can choose to come to half split, sitting down on your left heel, and then folding over the right leg. So you're either here or here. Okay, inhale. Come up to lunge, press the hips down one more time. Good. And then take that right knee back. So either staying here on all fours or coming up into downward dog for the other side. Okay, inhale, left leg comes up. Bend the knee, open the hips. You can do this from the knees too. Good. And then on the inhalation, take that left foot forward, coming to either runner's lunge, high lunge, or dropping the right knee down for low lunge. Okay, good. Now we're going to rise up. And remember, if you want a little bit more strength, you can do it, you can come up into crescent lunge, like that, right? Or right knee down. But I would think that for the Side bend and lunge, you must bring your right knee down. Okay. Now inhale, bring the arms up. And then release the right arm down on the block or just let it dangle there. And the side bend to the right. On your next inhalation, coming up, and then straightening the left knee, folding over the leg, maybe sitting down on your right heel and folding over the right leg. And then come back to lunge. Press the hips down just for a moment. And then step back either onto, let's do either downward dog or child's pose. So your choice. Okay, and come to standing, please, wherever you are. If you're in down dog, walk your feet towards the hands and then come up on the inhalation, or if you're on all fours, come to standing. Okay. All right. I'm going to ask you to come to Malasana now. And here you do what you can. So turn your toes out. Take your feet to any distance apart that's needed. If you can, keep your heels on the ground. If that's not available to you, you can roll up the blanket and place it underneath your heels. Or maybe you don't come down that low. Just bend your knees, point the tailbone down, reach the chest up, and bend your knees to any degree, right? Okay. So we want to have the spine long here, tailbone pointing down, chest reach up. So if you are in full Malasana like me, here you will bring the right hand to the floor in front of you and then twist your chest to the left. So you're pressing the upper right arm into the right leg, opening the chest to the left. If you're not that low, you can take your hands to the knees and twist the chest to one, or we're twisting to the left. So in this case, to the left, like that. Okay? All right. Good. Let's change sides wherever you are. Do use your leg and your arm for leverage, pressing them firmly into each other if you're in Malasana. Garland pose. Good. And then come to center. And slowly, slowly, slowly come up. Now heel toe your feet to about hip distance apart. And then fold over the legs. Good. Okay. Come lie down on your back, please. Okay. Um, you need a block for this one. If you have one, please grab it. If you don't worry about it. Okay. So keep the left foot on the ground, bring the right knee up. Okay, and then hold the block in between your right elbow and your right knee. If you do not have a block, you can, if possible, you can connect the elbow with the knee without the block, or just pretend that there is a block there. Okay? All right. Now, your choice. You can keep the shoulders and the head down on the ground, or for more strength, you can lift the shoulders and the head. Okay? Now, with the breath, inhale, and then on the exhalation, firmly press the elbow and the knee into the block. Inhale, release. 4 more times like that. So 5 squeezes all together, and then release. Just take a resting breath or 2 here. And then to the other side. So left knee up, block or no block in between the left knee and the left elbow. I'm choosing to lift my upper body, but you don't have to. It's up to you. And then 5 squeezes on the exhalation. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, release. 4 more times. And after 5 repetitions, relax. Just take a few resting breaths with the knees bent and arms at your sides. Relax. Relax your forehead. Relax the eyes. Breathe. Okay, when you're ready, hug your knees into the chest and rock up and down the spine a few times, eventually rocking yourself up to seated. Okay, and then come lie down after you rocked yourself up to seated. Come lie down on your belly. Okay. Let's bring the feet together for this one, unless it's detrimental to your lower back. If you're having any unpleasantness or pain or something pinching in the lower back, take your feet apart. Okay. Now firmly press the tops of the feet into the ground, the front of the pelvis. Your whole lower body is engaged. Now lift the upper body. Make sure you're able to breathe here. Okay, don't throw the head back, neck in line with the rest of the spine. Now bring your hands up off the floor, elbows into the body. Don't let go of the engagement in the lower body. And now we're going to move just the arms with the breath. Inhale, extend the arms forward. Exhale, bring the elbows in. Come up a little higher. A few more times like that. 2 more times. And then relax and place your head down to one side. Okay, let's do one more back bend. You can choose whatever back bend you like here. It can be cobra, or locust, or even bow. You know, when you hold on to your feet or ankles, just choose whatever back bend that would be helpful for you right now. And then release and place your head down on the other side. Okay. And now stack your forearms again. Take your feet apart. Bring the elbows in towards the chest and rest your forehead on the stacked forearms. Crocodile. And now for the next 3 breaths, squeeze the abdominals and the root lock. So your mental image is gathering the energy at the root of the body, at the bottom of the pelvis, and then sending it up the spine, distributing the energy in the body. All right, and then roll over onto your back. If you have a block nearby. Come up into bridge, please. Your choice, supported bridge or unsupported bridge. If you have a block or something like that, feel free to place it under your sacrum, under your lower back, at any height. Or, alternatively, you might want to choose the unsupported bridge, just using the strength of your body to hold yourself up. Okay. Now, if you're, come down, please. Either bring your pelvis down or take the block out and then lower down. And bring your legs into tabletop. And then one leg at a time. Inhale, straighten the knee. Exhale, bend the knee. The other leg. Inhale, straighten the knee. Lower back in contact with the ground. So a few times like that. Good. And now if you can straighten both legs up to the sky, feel free to have your knees slightly bent as needed. And now, if possible, find your toes, or you can use your strap to wrap around the feet. Good. Now bend the knees and hug your knees into the chest. Feel free to rock side to side here. Good, and release. Release the legs, bring the feet down. So your knees are still bent. And now push into your feet, lift the pelvis, and then if you have a block, place it under your lower back at the lowest height. If you do not have a block, that's fine. You can do it with the sacrum on the ground. And then bring both legs up. And roll your ankles. And reverse the direction of the rotation. Good. And then just a couple of breaths here. Remember, you can bend your knees if it's too much for the hamstrings, for the lower back. Bend the knees. Close your eyes. Find your breath. Okay, good. Right, bend your knees and then bring the feet down and take the support out from underneath you if you used it. Okay. And now take your feet apart to the sides of the mat. And now very slowly with the breath, we're going to windshield wiper the knees, inhaling in the center, and then exhaling, lowering the knees to one side for the duration of the exhalation. Inhaling for the length of the inhalation, bringing the knees up. Exhaling, slowly dropping the knees to the other side. Okay, do it a few more times. Hopefully this feels really good right now. It did to me. And then next time your knees are down to one side, stay there. Stay there in your spinal twist. And you can choose to place the ankle on top of the knee like this. Okay, once you found your supine spine twist, please relax into it. See if there's any unnecessary tension anywhere. Obviously, there is some tension in the hips and the knees and the ankles and the lower body, but and we want it there. But see if there's something in your upper body, in your head. forehead, maybe even in your mind that is unnecessary tensed right now. Let go. Breathe freely. On the next inhalation, bring the knees back up. And exhale, slowly lower down to the other side and possibly take the same configuration on this side, also relaxing and breathing. Don't close your eyes. Here, look straight up at the ceiling. On your next inhalation, bring the knees back up and hug your knees into the chest. Another round of the wind relieving pose. It's really good for stimulating the lymph nodes, in the hip creases, in the neck, and under the armpits. So just squeeze yourself into that tiny little package. If you can, lift the upper body, reach your nose towards your knees, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Just stay as long as you want or as short as you want, and then release. Release, stretch everything out. Legs away from your arms, over the head. You can intertwine the fingers and reach back, reach through your heels, flex the feet. Reach away from the center of the body with the heels, reach back with your hands. Big stretch, maybe side stretches a little bit on the back. Just stretch yourself out in the manner that is good for you right now. Okay, good. Just as long as you wish. When you're ready, start moving towards Shavasana. We'll take a few minutes of the relaxation, preparing the body and the brain, the mind for the rest of the day, and also letting the body to absorb everything that it needs to absorb from the practice today. So do your adjustments. You can have support under your knees if you wish. And just move around a little bit to adjust anywhere you need. Maybe even rolling your head side to side very gently. Eventually start moving towards stillness. And just a reminder, it's not the complete physical stillness. Obviously, it's not possible. The processes of the body are still going on, so there's a lot of movement there. But what we want is the direction is the energetic stillness. Okay? So keep that in mind. Now take a deep breath in through the nose And slowly exhale through the mouth. You can repeat this out breath through the mouth as many times as you wish, as you need, or come back to your nasal breathing. Relax. Okay. So take your arms away from you. Your arms are down on the ground with the palms up and away from the body. Okay. And now squeeze and release your fists just a few times. Very strongly squeeze the fists and then release. Good. Relax. Now press the backs of your arms into the floor from the shoulders to the hands. So tense up the arms and the shoulders, just 1 or 2 breaths, and completely release. Now press the back of the head into the mat. And release. Now point your feet, point your toes strongly. Hold, breathe. And let go, relax. And now squeeze your face like a lemon face towards the center. Squeeze everything towards the center of the face. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. Okay. And now open your eyes as wide as you can and stick your tongue out as far as you can. And release. And now relax your whole body. Deep, slow, smooth breaths through the nose. Relax. If you still sense any tension or holding or gripping in anywhere in the body, direct your nourishing and energizing inhalation to that area, and then exhale at that same area, relaxing, letting go, softening. Now bring your awareness back to your breath. And take a deeper breath, waking up the body, waking up the mind, nourishing all the organs and tissues with fresh new oxygen, and exhaling whatever you do not have use for anymore. And then start moving your fingers and toes, small movements. Maybe rolling your ankles and wrists, maybe gently turning your head side to side. And when you're ready, pull your knees into the chest and either make small circles with the knees, like rolling the back of your pelvis on the ground, or just rocking side to side, a little bit of a back massage here. And before you come up to seated, roll over to your side. Just pause there for a moment, savoring the moment, breathing. And when you're ready, come up to a comfortable seated position. And I think it's a good day to express some gratitude. Any day is a good day to express gratitude, but let's do it specifically on this last day of February 2021. So we are grateful for coming to the mat today, doing this for ourselves, bettering ourselves. Grateful to the body for being able to do this. And also grateful to the yoga tradition for making this available to us. Or whatever else you are grateful for. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste.